NBC 10 News starts now.
First at 11, a strong, severe and dangerous line of storms is rapidly moving into our area. These storms have spawned tornado warnings in central Pennsylvania and the D.C. metro area. Good evening. I'm Jacqueline London. Our team of NBC 10 meteorologists has issued a first alert for heavy thunderstorms that could bring wind damage and flash flooding. The rain is coming down in Rittenhouse Square, making the roads wet. People grab their umbrellas as the worst is yet to come. Now a live look at the Philadelphia International Airport. Planes still taking off there despite the rain coming down. As for flights across the rest of the country, more than 1,300 U.S. flights were canceled and more than 5,400 were delayed. Our team has you covered to make sure you stay safe tonight and tomorrow morning. NBC 10's Drew Smith is live in Center City, monitoring what this means for your holiday weekend plans. But let's begin with meteorologist Steve Sosna. Steve, where are these storms now?
Jacqueline, they're right on top of us. We're seeing that heavy rain and that wind all across the area as we go to our live radar, our first alert live radar. That heavy line of storms is now into the Delaware Valley. The good news, there are no severe thunderstorm warnings and or tornado warnings at the moment. This line has weakened just a bit, but it has produced some wind damage down in Delaware. As you can see, the heaviest cluster of rain now moving across South Jersey, moving through Philadelphia at this moment. Heavy downpours and heavy downpours down to the beaches in Delaware. As the storms move through Delaware, they knocked down two very large trees in Greenwood, Delaware. That's in Sussex County. We also had wind gusts reported near 50 miles per hour at Dewey Beach. And again, this storm system has had a track record. What you see here are over 800 reports of severe weather. That's why we were tracking this line so closely. A live look at the Kimmel Center campus camera. Downpours in Center City at the moment. Very stormy if you're stepping outside. A live look at Cape May shows that heavy rain and wind moving on through. So here's what's new with our first alert at 11 o'clock. The severe storm threat is weakening, so the damaging winds look less likely, but the blinding downpours are out there if you're going to be traveling. Pockets of flooding are possible, and we will be tracking this all night long. Since this storm system has such a history of producing severe weather, we can let this go. So we will be tracking it all night long. We'll have another update on your weekend forecast coming up here in just a little bit. Jacqueline?
All right, Steve. 39 million people are under a severe weather threat from Florida to our area. At least 4 people have died in the storm's path of destruction in Morton, Mississippi. Aerial footage shows just how much damage this line of storms caused. Homes were destroyed or seriously damaged. No one was hurt in Franklin County, Virginia. Trees were uprooted and pieces of houses were just scattered. A funnel-shaped cloud was caught on camera. It has not been confirmed yet if it was a tornado. And rain caused significant flash flooding across parts of South Carolina, forcing drivers to abandon their cars in the water. And as this line of storms move in, your holiday weekend plans could be in danger. NBC 10's Drew Smith is live in Rittenhouse Square. Drew, how are people preparing?
Jacqueline, we had a little bit of a break, but the rain is coming down again. We're getting soaked. The wind is blowing the trees around, and Rittenhouse Square is pretty much deserted. It's Passover, Easter weekend. There's a lot on the agenda, and people are keeping their eye on the forecast to see what they can fit in. Umbrellas up in Center City as winds picked up in Rittenhouse Square. People out Friday night avoided puddles and hurried to their destinations. This family planning to spend some time on the Ben Franklin Parkway this weekend.
Had some egg with the kids and have fun.
They hope the worst of any severe weather is contained to overnight hours.
Hopefully the rain will let us do it, but it's good because it's art and also we can be together as a family doing it.
In Tacony, volunteers loaded up a tractor trailer with Easter meals for the needy.
We have an amazing Easter experience where we really just want to bless the community.
City Reach Church is preparing for a unique way to do an Easter egg hunt. A helicopter will drop thousands of candy-filled eggs in Pennypack Park Saturday.
We've been watching the weather for a week.
The event is a go no matter the conditions, with candy, prizes, and food already in place. And they hope it will clear by afternoon so the chopper can fly.
We will be out there, rain or shine, unless there's a lightning storm.
And here's a silver lining to this. Once it does dry out, the parks, they look beautiful. There are great flowers all over the city, and all the grass is looking pretty green. So once you get around to those Easter egg hunts, it'll be pretty nice there in the grass. We're live in Rittenhouse Square. I'm Drew Smith, NBC 10 News.
We have to thank Beyond tonight. Drew, thank you. And now is the time to download our free NBC 10 app. You can track the storm with our live radar, and you can get alerts the minute the storm is in your area. Breaking news right now, a 15-year-old shot in the head in Philadelphia's Overbrook neighborhood. Crime scene tape surrounds the area where the shooting happened on 53rd and Jefferson Streets just after 8 o'clock tonight. The victim is in critical condition and is expected to survive. Witnesses told police the shooter left the area on a bike. Once the voice of the Flyers, now the team has cut all ties with singer Kate Smith, even covering a statue of her outside the Wells Fargo Arena. The reason? Smith, who was beloved by players and fans for decades, recorded racist songs nearly a century ago. NBC 10's Keith Jones is live from South Philadelphia. Keith, strong reactions tonight.
Yeah, from both sides, Jacqueline. Just take a look behind me right here. This is the statue, black cloth covering it, bungee cords wrapped around it, right outside of Xfinity Live, greeting fans as they walk from the parking lot to the game. Some people call this a travesty, others call it progress. She's been called a matriarch, ingrained in Flyers lore since 1969.
There's no need for this at all.
This man put up these signs in protest of the Flyers' decision, but tonight, someone took them down. We found it's a divisive issue.
The whole world has changed now, and the littlest thing could be racist.
I showed Dave DeAngelis the racist lyrics in a song the late singer covered in 1939.
Someone had a slave and be able to sing. That's why donkeys wobble.
This is one of several of her songs under scrutiny.
That was just what it was back then. So I honestly don't think that you can compare then to now. And unfortunately, that's what most people are doing.
So you think we should give her a pass?
Absolutely.
The Flyers aren't. They're suspending the use of Kate Smith's rendition of God Bless America before games. What do you think about the people that want to give Kate Smith a pass?
See, I can't curse.
Janae applauds the Flyers and hopes the statue comes down.
We don't want like a team in our hometown to support anything like that.
Most Philly sports fans agree the songs are shocking revelations.
I can't believe it because it's such a big part of Philadelphia Flyers culture.
The New York Yankees announced yesterday they'll stop using Smith's rendition too. Again, the Flyers tell us they are looking into this matter right now, so it is not clear at this point whether or not this statue will be taken down. For now, we're live at Xfinity Live in South Philadelphia. Keith Jones, NBC 10 News.
Right now, that cover remains. Keith, thank you. Turning to political news, in the wake of the Mueller report, Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren is calling on the House to begin impeachment proceedings against President Trump. Democrats are zeroing in on what the report is calling obstruction. They're also demanding a full, unredacted report. The Justice Department responding, calling the subpoena premature and unnecessary. While Mueller did not accuse President Trump of any criminal wrongdoing, the report says the president repeatedly tried to impede the investigation. That has some Democrats talking impeachment.
We certainly need to continue the investigative work to determine, are there other ways this president is compromised, or are there other offenses that rise to the level of removal from office?
President Trump called some of the statements about him fabricated and totally untrue. House Democrats don't just want the report, they want every piece of evidence from Mueller's nearly 2 years on the job. And they want it by May 1st, the same day Barr is set to appear on Capitol Hill, the first of 2 days of testimony. To Decision 2020 now, Joe Biden expected to throw his hat in the ring next week for the presidential race. The former vice president's announcement could come as early as Wednesday. That's according to people with knowledge of Biden's plans. This would be his third run for president. New at 11, a breakthrough in a case involving a 69-year-old man sexually assaulted and robbed. Police identified Ricardo Collazo, and they are now looking for him. Officers say Collazo was near the corner of 12th and Manning Streets last Friday when he assaulted the victim and robbed him of more than $300. Surveillance cameras were rolling when Collazo was apparently near the scene. Police say he was last seen running on Spruce Street. Tonight, a Philadelphia man is charged with arson after a raging fire in Port Richmond. That fire was set at the Thrifty Irishman store on Butler earlier this month. The flames tore through the warehouse around it and caused $2 million in damages. The suspect is Joseph Wolbert. Investigators have not said how he started the fire. People in Delaware County are upset after a family tradition permanently went away. We are talking about the Aston Township Carnival. We first brought this story to you last night at 11. The festival is an annual event that families have enjoyed for generations. Last night, groups of teenagers started fighting. Skyforce 10 flew over the heavy police activity here. No one was hurt, but the fire department decided it was best to end the event.
Are you sad that you can't go back?
Yes, because it's really fun.
I just feel horrible for the fire department, of course, because it's our town, and it's a huge fundraiser for them.
The carnival does help fund the fire department. NBC 10 has asked what the department's plan is to raise money in the future. We have not heard back. New at 11, the controversial Mariner East pipeline is coming back to life, but with a few changes. Mariner East 1 carries natural gas from western Pennsylvania all the way to Marcus Hook, Delaware County. It's been out of service since January. Officials shut it down after a sinkhole exposed parts of the pipeline in Chester County's West Whiteland Township. Engineers say Sunoco will take additional steps to address the safety concerns. They'll be on site at Sunoco's offices on Monday to monitor the restart. Lured in for the potential of love. Still ahead, police use an online dating site as a tool to track down a man who attacked his date. Risky rescue. Camden police officers are honored for rushing into the flames to save people trapped in this burning car. And the holiday weekend begins. NBC 10 is taking you inside long-standing traditions of faith and family.
Weekend showers and sun, when you can finally toss that umbrella aside over the weekend and bring out the sunglasses for sunrise services. For those Easter egg hunts, I'll be back with your full weekend forecast coming up after the break.
Police officers and bystanders rushing to rescue people caught in a burning car, and it was all caught on camera.
Come on, dude, you're on fire. Give me your hand. Give me your hand.
Body cameras were rolling on April 7th when 3 men were trapped in the burning wreckage on 676. When officers rushed to the scene, they saw a man laying out unconscious on the highway while 3 others were inside. They pulled them out with the help of people passing by. Today, 4 Camden County officers were recognized for their heroics, but they want to credit the Good Samaritans too.
We need to talk to them and thank them for not just helping their fellow man and the civilians in the cars, but for helping our officers.
Police are still trying to figure out what caused the crash. In South Jersey, 1 man is facing sexual assault charges after officers nabbed him using an online dating website. 22-year-old Gerald Manson is in jail tonight and facing those charges. Police say he used the site Plenty of Fish to lure his victim. Detectives say he forced her to have sex, then shoved her out of his car. So police turned the site into their own tool, and an undercover officer invited Manson on what he thought was a date. Instead, he was arrested by Cinnaminson police. Tonight, we spoke with an expert on internet sex crimes.
Be a cyber sleuth. If you're going to meet someone, go online, Google them. Never allow them to pick you up at your house. Meet in a public place.
Police say the woman, thankfully, is expected to be okay. A call to end gun violence in Philadelphia on this Good Friday. The faithful gathered in Cobbs Creek to discuss solutions to prevent senseless tragedies. Community leaders spoke at the event, which included a non-denominational worship service.
We are walking in solidarity on Good Friday because of the rash of gun violence throughout the world and how it affects every human being.
The group also prayed for victims and their families. Good Friday is almost over, but the day was marked with long-standing traditions passed down for generations. NBC 10's Miguel Martinez-Vai was in North Philadelphia to see it firsthand.
This Good Friday, faith and tradition took over the streets of North Philadelphia.
In Puerto Rico is a big event, and we wanted to bring it here and follow the tradition that we always followed for the new generation that's coming into the church.
The procession and Via Crucis brought together Episcopal Church members of all ages, going through the 14 stages of the cross as their neighbors watched and even joined.
My favorite part of the procession was when we were walking and the people would come out of their houses with the big smiles on their faces.
They were guided and kept safe by police, and after months of planning, practicing, and organizing, many felt they reached their goal to bring people together and teach them what Good Friday is all about.
That was our goal, to invite everyone and for everyone to participate as a family.
Miguel Martinez-Valle, NBC 10 News.
In Montgomery County, this group celebrated Passover with a festive dinner known as the Seder. The ritual feast marks the start of the Jewish holiday. It commemorates when the Israelites were freed from slavery in Egypt. Families enjoy a meal together, combined with reading, singing, and telling stories. Passover started tonight and ends next Saturday evening. Now to your first alert forecast and the threat of severe storms. Taking a live look at Center City, where the rain has started to fall. The worst, though, is still on the way. Steve Sosna is back watching this line of storms. Steve, we're in for first alert for the threat of heavy thunderstorms and possible flooding.
Right, Jacqueline. Some changes, though, with the severe weather threat. After looking at it for the last few hours, it's kind of winding down. Okay. A great thing. The storm has a track record of producing hundreds of trees down, probably thousands of trees down, so we don't need to see any of that in our area. It looks like that threat is simmering down, but still heavy rain overnight and some gusty winds. So it's stormy. If you're going to be doing any travel during the overnight hours to a loved one's house, maybe it's going to be inconvenient, but we're certainly missing the worst of this storm, and that's a great thing because just to our west and southwest there has been a lot of damage. So overnight, heavy rain, maybe a few rumbles of thunder, not a lot of lightning with these storms. Tomorrow morning, some lingering showers for your Saturday morning. I know a lot of Easter egg hunts are going on tomorrow morning. The rain simmering down, but you got to remember the ground will be damp, but it's doable in some locations. And then improving weather after that, a remarkably better forecast by the time we get into Saturday night and into Sunday morning. Here are all the severe weather alerts that we have or don't have right now, and that's excellent because earlier on this evening, this map was peppered with tornado warnings, with severe thunderstorm warnings around the Washington, D.C. area up through central Pennsylvania. What's left of the line is moving through in terms of torrential downpours. Don't get me wrong, the visibility is not good with these moving through, but we're not seeing the severe winds anymore, and that rain stretches down into southern Delaware at the moment. There's the whole line, and as you can see what it was earlier, lightning strikes, we had tornado warnings, again a lot of trees down in central Pennsylvania, in fact a lot of road closures. So if you are traveling to the west, you may run into some road closures across central Pennsylvania, across areas like Franklin County and into Huntington County. What's left of the line, what we're going to see, I've lowered the lightning threat, I've lowered the hail threat, I've lowered the tornado threat. Still some heavy rain and damaging winds possible overnight, but again I think that will be the exception, not the rule with the wind part. As we take a look at our hour-by-hour forecast, notice how the rain starts tapering off around 7 o'clock on Saturday morning, and then it's just cloudy, and I think even in the afternoon hours we may start to clear some of these clouds out. Our future model shows that heaviest rain tapering off by 6:30 in the morning. Of course, First Alert meteorologist Crystal Clyde will be here at 5 a.m. with the latest update, and I'll be here until she gets here because we just want to make sure that line gets out of here safely. Now, as we head into Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, as you can see, the weather improves, and by the time we get into Sunday, maybe just a leftover spot shower, but that would be the worst of it. So lower 70s tomorrow afternoon. That's not too bad. 64 at the Jersey Shore, morning showers. A little bit cooler on Easter Sunday, but still not bad. And let's break down that forecast for you on Easter Sunday. We are looking at mid 50s in the morning hours, mid to upper 60s by the time we get to the afternoon hours, maybe a pop-up shower. That would be the worst of it. Quick look at your extended 10-day forecast. 68 on Sunday, 70 on Monday with some showers. The beauty of the week will be Tuesday, but again, overall your weekend is decent after we get through tomorrow morning. Jacqueline?
All right, Steve. Phillies fans, have you gotten your Bryce Harper gear yet? Still ahead, counterfeiters are trying to cash in on the team's $330 million man.
Hey guys, Michael Shannon is my guest tonight. Plus, we have Dr. Jane Goodall, Winnie Harlow, stand-up from Jess Salomon, and thank you notes. It's a great show. Stay tuned.
Bryce Harper's jersey is so popular in this area, counterfeiters are trying to cash in. Since opening day, customs officials have seized 314 counterfeit jerseys being shipped from Hong Kong. Officials say if they were authentic, they'd be worth about $44,000. They say the Harper jersey is one of the most popular counterfeit items right now. Wow. All right, for more on the Phillies, handing it over now to Danny Pomels.
Nothing Forgazy over here. We're strictly authentic over here, Jackie.
Right.
Coming up, Vinny Velasquez was dealing, and then he wasn't, Jackie. The Phillies are in a dogfight in Denver. We'll take you there next. Plus, the Sixers need to win without Joel Embiid again? We've got the latest injury update on the Sixers center, plus John Clark reports from Brooklyn. That's next.
This is Sports Desk, brought to you by Xfinity, America's best internet service provider, according to speedtest.net.
Hey, good to see you as always. Danny Pomels with you once again. The Sixers can take a commanding 3-1 series lead on the Nets Saturday afternoon in Brooklyn. But just like in Game 3, they may have to do it without their best player. Yeah, Joel Embiid took the court yesterday at Sixers practice, but worked out on the side. He is officially listed as doubtful with left knee soreness. The Sixers won Game 3 without Embiid, and they've been rallying around Brett Brown. With more on that, here's John Clark from Brooklyn.
I'm honored. Brett Brown says the players spoke up more than ever in the Game 3 win. They pointed out things they were seeing, ways to exploit the Nets. Brett Brown listened to them. It seems this team is more together now.
It's just one of the joys of coaching when you get a team that can, speak freely, speak candidly, and it's something I take pride in listening. It's stuff that they have earned the right to be heard.
I think that's, for any coach, I think that's a coach's dream. I think it's just playoffs just brings out different things in people, and it's bringing out the best in us right now.
So the Nets obviously got Ben Simmons mad, and all he did was go off for a career playoff high, 31 points. And you got to think he's going to bring the intensity and attitude again in Game 4.
Yeah, I just took what they gave me. Past 2 games, I've been looking at the defense and seeing which angles they're giving me, and just attacking them every time.
Ben, the last 2 games, has really just done a fantastic job of figuring things out on the fly, reading defenses and picking his spots.
In New York, John Clark, NBC Sports Philadelphia.
All right, JC, thanks. On to the Phillies, who lost the opener of a 4-game set with the Rockies, trying to even things up tonight in the Mile High City. Let's have a look. Vince Velasquez towing the slab, cruising until the 6th inning when Trevor Story lets his presence be known, long and gone to left field. Almost went into the concession stand. Phillies lead 2-1. Then it's Garrett Hampson with the broken bat, base knock to left. That placed another run and ties the game at 2. The Phillies right now tied at 2 in the 7th inning. That is your look at sports. I'm Danny Pomels from NBC Sports Philadelphia. We'll be right back.
We are in that first alert tonight for severe storms. Taking a live look at Cape May, you can see that rain is coming down harder now, making the roads slick out there, and raining in Philadelphia here too.
That's right. You need a good umbrella for these downpours that are rolling through here. It's torrential in some spots. A live look at our first alert radar, you'll be able to see there's that band right over I-95 in Philadelphia, and then right down to Cape May you see it. Heavy line of storms. One good thing this will do, this is the latest pollen count as of today, it will knock down that tree count. So if you are suffering from allergies, it will get much better over the weekend. There's your hour by hour. Notice by about 9-10 o'clock on Saturday morning, we're looking at improving conditions. Exclusive 10-day forecast shows we're into the sunshine by tomorrow afternoon. Maybe a pop-up shower on Sunday. I would say most of the time is rain-free for your Easter Sunday. And then on to Monday, our next chance of showers. And by Tuesday, up to 80 degrees. Most of the weekend will be okay.
That's what we want to hear eventually, Steve. Thank you. I'm Jacqueline London. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful holiday weekend. Good night.